Hello friends, I'm here at Mount Hope Cemetery in Lapeer, Michigan for a historic cemetery tour. And this is sponsored by the Arts Association of Greater Lapeer. It takes place here at Mount Hope Cemetery, which is the oldest cemetery in the city of Lapeer, where all of the founding fathers and early families are buried. Also, a place of unique sculptures, grave markers, both new and old. It's quite a nice little cemetery. It's really not that small. Actually, I think it's like 25 acres. It's still in use. There's a lot of empty spaces in the newer part of it. And they seem pretty relaxed with the idea of people decorating the area around their gravestones as well. Well, let's get into the history part of it. And then I'm going to show you some videos and samples from the cemetery, that wasn't related to the tour I did, just so you can get an idea of what you might see if you go there. Alvin Hart was the first white settler to lay claim to this area of land along the Flint River. In the area over on Saginaw Street near the river and Church's Lumberyard, he started his land claim and began to plat out a town. Within months, in the same year of 1831, Jonathan White had arrived. He called his settlement Whiteville, and it extended from about where the cemetery is down south to DeMille Road along the western edge of what is now M24. Both were very astute businessmen, very active in the community and politics as well. A huge fuss arrived over where the initial courthouse would be for the new county and who would control it. The third important family to settle in the area is represented right next to the White plot practically, and this is the Turrell family. And Turrell family was very active and very prominent in the community, with several members of that family becoming war heroes. You can see the special flags on the veterans' stones there around the Turrell Monument. This next very elaborate fenced area is called the Wattles plot. And I don't know anything about the Wattles family. It wasn't brought up in the tour, and I don't remember reading much about them in the local history things I have read. A number of unique and really interesting monuments are scattered throughout the cemetery grounds. It's well worth exploring to see some of these, whose names I don't recognize, but are still very, very nicely done and well preserved, and are still a connection to our past in the area. Here is a QR code that you can scan to get an interactive cemetery map, and that might help you in your explorations here as well. This marker is right near the Hart family plot, and it just says, "Our Pastor." I found that kind of interesting. Here's another very large plot that used to be encased in an iron railed fence, which has since been removed or disappeared. And it's just a really huge family plot from the looks of it. Very, very nice.
Spent the majority of his adult years in Lapeer. According to his research,
I've always been fascinated by mausoleums, and the cemetery has two of them. This particular one is the first one I came across, built for the Jennings family. And I believe that says 1885. It's not very clear in my video here, but that's what it looks like to me. And it's a very solid, well-built monument that's been maintained and preserved very well through the years. The next one is a mausoleum for the Sutton and Gray families, 1881. This is also a beautiful, well-maintained old mausoleum. Whenever I see these, I always wondered if people come and visit anymore. Do people go inside? Do they add more people to the burial location inside? Who are the people actually in there? It always fascinates me. Grave markers that look like stumps or even trees are referred to as tree stones. Oftentimes a short one like this would be a stone for a child. I can't really read this very well. It looks pretty well worn out, and actually we're looking at it upside down here. They came in many different styles and varieties. Sometimes stacks of stone logs were made, sometimes tall trees with arcing branches intertwined with other tree stones. It was quite an artistic thing, and it can be traced back to several different, I don't know what that means there either. It can be traced back to several different forms and functions. The Woodmen of the World was a civil association that provided life insurance, and part of the policy was a tree stone when a member died and collected the insurance policy. These were also sold and incorporated by Sears Roebuck and Company. And during the Victorian age, it was part of a back to nature approach where cemeteries became like refuges from the city where people would go out and have picnics and just hang out and celebrate life and their loved ones and such. This one's a much taller tree stone celebrating the life of the Cliff and Gates family. Look how detailed it is. Those are really quite nice. I like these. The Woodman of the World stones had a round badge on top with the letters WOW. And this has some sort of graphic letters or some sort of symbol on top, but I can't make it out. This one I found quite interesting because it's twisted 45 degrees away from center. All the other ones around here are oriented east and west, and this one's oriented 45 degrees off center, and on top it has words carved on every side on the top wedge. The first one said love. That one there I can't really make out. None of the other ones I could really make out. I think I see a T and an H possibly, and then this side's even worse. If anybody knows what these 4 words are here, I would appreciate to know, just out of curiosity. But the stone itself is well weathered, but you can see it was highly detailed with engravings and carvings that you can still make out if you look close. A lot of detail and structure in this stone. And of course, lichens. Well, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and follow me for more videos.